Well, hello, fellow diamond painters and cross stitchers, knitters, crocheters, whatever your hobby is. Uh, it's DP Crazy Lady. It's 3:51 p.m. Excuse me. It is Saturday, the 13th of April, 2024. There goes the motorcycle. Oi. Uh, it is. Let's see. Uh, uh, Google, go home. It's 56 degrees. So I don't know exactly what the temperature is going to. I guess that's about it for today since it's already almost 4 o'clock. Um, Here is the Sierra River Fall by Chuck Pinson. 44 colors, 4 ABs. Um, I'll see if I can give you a better view. Uh, I forgot to do it yesterday. After talking that long and not thinking after I shut you down. But I will definitely try that once I'm done babbling a little bit here. Um, I'll pull you out, I'll pause you, pull you out of the cradle, and at least give you a long view shot, of what I've done so far. Not a whole lot as far as I'm concerned, but I've at least uh, accomplished something. The other thing is that uh, okay, I'm going to work on this all weekend. Then on Monday, I'm going back to the cross stitch, and also in between, I'm going to be working on this. I hope it's visible. I don't have anything to put on my door for the month of May, and this is what I'm going to be using. Um, so I've got to get this done, and I'm going to use my two placer. I tried to use a four placer because I have in the metal and everything. I have the 4 and the 10 and the whatever the larger ones are and everything. I have all of those that I had bought last year sometime in a set that came with some of my other pens, and I never used them. I tried to use a 6 placer, and the drills were all over the place. It drove me crazy because it doesn't exactly line them up. It kind of munches them together, and when it does, when you put the next row on top, you got to keep moving them because they don't line up with the symbols. So the two placer is about my extent. So I will be using the two placer on all this color blocking. There are tons of color blocking on it, but I'm going to do this in between the cross stitch and this. So I have to get something to hang on my door. I was usually ahead, but not so much now. The Easter one is still hanging up because it is the month of April. I'm sorry, that's Easter to me. So, last night, oh my gosh, last night we had such high winds. I mean, that's the first time I seen the puppy scared. He freaked out over the high winds. He'd be laying there, and all of a sudden that wind would start whipping around and making noise, and he'd jump up from a sound sleep, and it just freaked him right out. And we still have some winds now, not as much and not as hard as it was all last night. And every time we get high winds like this, and it happened last year too, around the same time. So what I always think of it as is Mother Nature trying to shake us off. You know, uh, So it was, they were high last night. Apparently, in some areas in my town, which we were lucky enough, but in some areas in a couple counties, uh, were out of electricity. They had no electric, at all. So I feel for them. Like I said, we were lucky. Uh, so I haven't heard anything from neighbors next door since Thursday. I haven't even seen them. No utility trucks over there or anything. So, no telling what's going on over there. I'm hoping. See, what worries me the most, or what bothers me the most, is I did a favor for them, and I'd probably do it again to for somebody else. But anyway, uh, when I ended up disconnecting it, like I said, she was forewarned and she agreed. Is now I sit here and worry, is she mad at me? Is she angry? Is she upset? And I shouldn't think that way, but it bothers me that, you know, oh, is she going to be pissed off because, like, oh, well, geez, they unplugged me and I, didn't warn me about it or didn't tell me something or whatever. And that's not the case, it just, well, I'm going to do like I used to say when I started this channel last year is don't let anything or anybody live rent free in your head. So, I have to just like, okay, that was yesterday, that was, it's over, done with, gone. Um, and, let it go from there. And I'll tell my little man to just, you know, put it in the dead file, so it's, you don't go back there and look it up anymore. So, today I'm making, I have, they're like prepackaged beef stew. I mean, it's already cooked, everything. I don't usually do processed foods and stuff, but it is, the weekends come and it's like, I just, and it's not high carb, because there's hardly any potato and stuff in it, and it's, the sauce and all that. But I'm going to make that for supper. Just open the pack, and I'm going to have a big salad with it and one little slice of bread, one little piece of bread. And now on Sunday, I'm going to make my own, don't know if you, I call it like a Chipotle bowl, a fajita bowl. I'm going to make my own. Excuse me, I don't use rice. I use yeah, riced cauliflower as my base. I have to go today, sometime, either today or first thing tomorrow, and get a can of black beans. I have all kinds of other beans, and I didn't buy any black beans. So, a can of black beans. I have more than enough onions and peppers and stuff that are frozen, that I take them out, and I'm going to make, the fajita vegetables type, I mix up my own spices. I look it up on the internet, and it tells you what spices mix together to have a good one, because I bought a shaker, cheapy, and it says, fajita spice or whatever. It tastes awful. It tastes like it's 98% salt, and that's not what I want. So I mix up all my own, with the cumin and cayenne and all that, whatever it calls for. And I make a small batch of it and keep it in a different shaker. So I'm going to do my vegetables that way, and I don't have any hamburger, so I'm taking out a small piece of roast beef, because I had a larger piece and I cut it in so many pieces because we don't eat, like that large of amount at a time. And I can get like 4 meals out of, just a small little roast, like that. I can get 4 meals out of it. So I'm going to take that out tonight, and I'm going to slice it really, really paper thin. And that will be the beef part of that bowl. And I have my sour cream, and I have my cheese, and we're going to have our own Chipotle, fajita bowl. I made them before, and they just turn out so good, and I don't feel as guilty eating it. There's no rice and such in it, so I don't have to worry about that high carb. The carb that I would get, I suspect, would be like with the sour cream, from some of the cheese, the beans, because they are protein, but they do have carbs. Um, Naturally, I get nothing from the lettuce and the tomatoes, really, to speak of. So that will be our dinner for tomorrow. So I can't wait to have that. And I don't know if any of you, grew up that way, or if you do it now or something, but usually on Sundays, and I've mentioned it before, but Sundays were always supposed to be like the fancier meal, or, because when my mom worked, sometimes, uh, well, she worked midnights, and naturally, she worked on Friday night and didn't get home till Saturday morning, early in the morning, like 7 o'clock or so. And she didn't do a lot of cooking on a Saturday. It was, you know, just minimal stuff, something to throw together. But then on Sunday, you had your big meal. You know, you either had the big meal, or you went to family and friends and whatever. You took a small pot with you of whatever you made, and you all get together like a family or friends or whatever, and you had your big meal. So that's how, for some reason, I still stick with, Sunday. That's, you got to make something special that day. That kind of stuck with me after all these years. So to me, that fajita bowl, that's special to me, because I got to stand over the stove. I got to do each thing individually, marinate the beef and blah, blah, blah. So it's all got to, come together in a delicious dinner. Um, and Jan, like I said, I emailed you. Yeah, those. I know you said you wanted the Dreamer trays. Um, I think I'm going to add one of those other purple ones in. Besides that, uh, they have the little bar too. I never could use those. I tried on the Dreamer, which like I said, I don't like the way it controls the drills to begin with. I think they stick too much or whatever. I even tried using baby wipes on it to see if it was a static thing or whatever. I don't think they lined up the drills like they should have, or should. But with those bars across, so you could put, more than one color in. Okay, they didn't, after you get it on there tight enough, the drills don't mix. But if you're shaking it to get your drills together and stuff, and you're doing, well, what if you're done using, because I think you can split it in threes, like 1, 2, and 3. When you're done with, say, some of the drills to the butt end, how do you get them out of there? If you're going to go and dump your drills, how do you prevent the other drills from, like, joining? So to me, I think that is a bad design. You know, putting those plastic bars across. That's a bad design. It's a useless design. So, you're more than welcome to it. So, they'll be, like I said, shipped out on Monday. So, what I was hoping for is maybe somebody wanting like a whole collection of them, and then they could pay my daughter through PayPal for the shipping of, what it would cost for all of them. But I think I'm going to try and figure out something to do with those green boats. The green boats, there's got to be, somewhere, something, someone wanting them. I thought about asking my niece, but I don't know if she can craft anything with them. She's good at artistry and stuff, but I don't know, how well she'd be with, 50, 60 green boats. Don't know. But, yeah, these squares are really good. I don't know how well it's showing, with the light on. But, yeah, I'm liking the squares on here. They're fitting nice and tight. V, you said something about that you had, ones that were square, the two-placer and things, or they just fit better. I have a pen. I think it's let me see the right name. Is it Benote, or Bonote, or so, Benoit, or Bonot, Noit. That's what it is. But I don't remember it. Anyway, that was one of my first and best pens that I bought off of Amazon. And it came with the round end tip and a square tip. And I love the pen. The square tip, I thought, okay, that would work, whoops, I put that in the wrong color. That would work with, the squares. No. And I'll tell you why, at least for me. When I put one of these squares on that square, I hope you guys can see this, on the end, I couldn't see the square. You couldn't see the square drill to know where you were putting it down. At least with these, when you pick them up, you can see the drill. With the square one, it seemed to fit right in that square end, the tip, and you couldn't, you were missing the square. You were constantly moving it around. So I always use the round tips. Now with that Benoit or whatever, I have to look on Amazon because I used that pen so much that the tip eventually became damaged. And I'm a hard presser. So I don't want to have to buy, I'll show you the pen. Just hold there. Let me see if I can get the pen without too much hassle. Okay. I may have to buy a new pen anyway because the end of this ended up messing up. If you can see it, it screws in. This thing screws in. It came with metal in. I had to glue a straightener into the metal, but it does screw, all the tips, everything screws in. And I really like this pen. It's Benote, if that's clear. I don't know. I don't know how bright anything is. It's a Benote. And it had, it has the tips. It has the square, the round. I think it has so many placers. I don't remember exactly, but I really love this pen, and it felt so nice in your hand. So I don't know if you can buy tips individually. I'm going to have to contact the company. But they just feel good. It's like holding a pen, like you're writing a pen, and you just, it feels nice. So, and it's shorter than your, turn pens, and naturally smaller and not as bulky. But it's a nice pen. So, I need to get, another tip. Or a whole new pen. So, I don't know how much time I have on on my phone, because it needs to be charged. But it's sunny out today, and I so much want to turn the heat off and open my windows, but I don't know. It's still only 56 degrees, and now it's getting toward the evening. I think it's going to end up being a lot cooler as we get toward the end. So, let's see, is there anything else I need to talk about? I'm still waiting for tracking numbers from the two companies. They said as soon as things are packaged, everything they'll ship, they'll send tracking and so on and so forth. I half suspect a lot of that, those things will not show up until, see, it's the 13th. I figure I probably won't see anything until probably, like, say, the 25th, 26th, somewhere around there. My mother's birthday is I never can remember her birthday because it coincides almost with her, oops, there goes the drill. With her anniversary. And her birthday, I believe, is the 26th or the 28th, and her anniversary is the 26th or the 28th. I don't remember their anniversary. So, like I said, I'm waiting for my sister to let me know. Talked to my brother Friday, and he said when he calls her, he's gonna find out from her, and he'd let me know if she doesn't call me first. So we'll see what we see. But I'm not gonna stay on here. This is boring, I'm sure, to you, and I don't want to bore you. So I'm going to get off and start. I really don't have to start supper, because all I got to do is open the big packet and heat it up. So just have to make up the salad. And hopefully you all are having a pleasant start to your weekend. And, that your weather's good. If you got sunshine, please enjoy it. And because for a week we had nothing but rain, and it made things rather moist out there. Everywhere you walked, you were either walking in a puddle or you were walking in mud. So I will get back with you maybe on Sunday if there's anything interesting. I'm going to put you on pause real quick, bring you down here so I can show you what has been done so far, and then I'll let you go. Hopefully I'm not running out of time on my phone. So, hugs to you all. Uh, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hang in there. I'll get right to you. Let me show you the pictures. Okay, here we are. Isn't that gorgeous? The flowers. I mean, and the shine. Oh my gosh, the sparkle and the house. I mean, at first I couldn't figure out, what this was. Okay, I see the path going up, and I thought, what's this little squiggly thing here? Then I realized this is an open, uh, oh, I forget what you call them. It's not a gazebo, but an open walkway, and that's the other path going, out and over. So kind of, like what the heck? But yeah, that's what it is. But it is beautiful. I mean, look at it. And there's some of your water. And to this side, I mean, this shimmer and the sparkle is amazing. So I don't know if it's because it's a Chuck Pinson or Diamond Art did it right on this one. So don't know what to tell you. But it is a 28 inch by 22 inch, 71 centimeter by 56 centimeter. And, it is beautiful. Let's see if I can. Here we go. There's the photo. And it's looking pretty real. Pretty real. So, y'all have a good weekend. Hugs. Love you all. Comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTube has on there, whatever. And I will try and get back with y'all tomorrow. I love you all. Thanks for viewing me. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for coming back. And I'll babble at you tomorrow. Hugs. Love you. DP Crazy Lady. I'm out.